Doesn't feel like Tuesday.
No, it doesn't.
I did not want to get out of bed this morning. I swear to God, I wanted to stay in bed. I was so nice and warm. It was like, oh God, I don't want to get out of bed
How much?
today.
How much snow did you guys get?
About an inch, not more than an inch.
Yeah, us too.
But it was cold. It was cold.
Simon,
Hi, Simon, if you're still in
still
there.
in here. Reminder says, things get moved. I'll be in here listening. Okay. Miss you, Simon. Um, we just got barely an inch because now it's starting to melt.
Yeah, it's not the kind of, it was really like wet snow yesterday. Like the
Yeah.
wet snow, the
Yeah.
kind that you make snowballs or snowmen out of.
Right.
Spoofer, get up here.
Hi, Spoof. Hey, welcome.
Good morning, little girl.
Our first one this morning. Yay!
Our first panel guest.
Welcome to the
Panel hoe.
Panel
Spoof
hoe.
is our panel hoe.
Yay!
We love her though.
I love Spoof.
Me too.
She's my favorite panel hoe.
Why is my freaking phone working?
Why, what's going on?
It's not working. I wanted to pin that. It's not.
This morning.
Oh, look who's there.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
It's Tuesday.
How are you doing, hon?
Doing well. How are you?
Tired.
Good. I heard that. I heard you on Jason's, and I'm like, oh, I felt so bad for you.
Yeah, it touched my heart.
Yeah.
I was having an emotional day.
It's okay. We don't have those. And
Yeah.
I'm glad everything worked out.
Yeah.
Now Jason feels bad because he's at work and can't make your panel.
I know. We miss him.
Well, I like to go on first thing in the morning so that it's like, I have the rest of my day to do stuff.
She's been
oh
doing
my
this
God,
forever.
I am.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just letting you know that Jason wishes he was here.
I bet it's tough. It's probably tough for him too, because he got used to doing that with us.
Yeah, he used to come in like every morning.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So.
And he gets these. I saw that thing he made too the other day because he's getting these meats from that place. And he got those steaks. They were like 15 for 2 pounds, $15 for steak.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah,
it looked really good.
It did, and who cares how small they are? Because I'm not really a steak eater.
Morning, Gemma.
Hi, Gemma. But I'm kind of and I'm picky about certain ones. So those looked really good. The way he cooked them looked good too.
Oh my God, yeah, they did.
Right.
You got to ask him how he cooked it because
it looked like it was.
Freeside. Good morning.
Freeside.
Good morning.
Good morning, Gemma and Freeside. And
all right.
Simon.
Yeah, look at. Carla, he always skips me.
Freeside, why didn't you say hello to Nanya?
Because he wants to make a point.
Do you have a problem with her?
Sure he does.
She's my friend.
It's okay. Some people, all of a sudden want to just, whatever.
Are you feeling better, Gemma? I mean, Nadia?
Oh, she was bad yesterday. She didn't feel good at all.
My back is still, I don't know what happened. I woke up and my left side of my back is killing me.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I've been on smashing ibuprofens like candy. And if it doesn't, it's starting, it feels like I'm not going to jinx myself because it's still there, but it's not as bad as yesterday. So
he said, "Oh hi, Nanya, good to see you."
Right. Oh hi. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. That's how I'm going to start treating him, because if that's the way he wants to be, then that's fine. But, you know, I don't get it and I don't care.
So, hi, Laura.
Hello,
How you
Scrapper.
doing?
Hi,
Lady
Scrapper.
Scrapper. She made macaroni and cheese yesterday. OMG. Did you
Did
watch
she?
that spoof?
It
It
looked
looked
so
so
good. I was
good.
watching.
I wanted to jump through the screen
my
and eat some of that.
my husband's a huge mac and cheese lover. I mean,
Oh my God.
when we go to we have this place by us, Noodles and Company, and they do the mac and cheese with bacon in it, and our buffalo chicken, and he goes nuts over it. I'm like,
Well,
they make
well,
mac and cheese, everything with anything in it. He's there. He'll be there because he's
well,
a
we
mac
were
and cheese
talking
lover.
about what would go good. She just did her macaroni and cheese, but I mean from scratch, okay? And
Yes.
she was talking, she was asking the chat, she goes, what else would go good? And some people said chicken, some people said
He goes with the
bacon,
buffalo
some
chicken and
people said, I
bacon.
said hamburger meat would be probably good in there.
That would be like a
Just about anything, any kind of meat would be good in there. Well,
what do they
you
call
know,
that then? Mac and cheese with burger. Isn't that like a
oh, lobster
It's
would be
called
good
cheeseburger,
too.
Matt.
yeah, cheeseburger mac.
Cheeseburger mac. Yeah, that's like
And
the
they do add lobster in it too. Yeah, and
hamburger
crab meat.
helper meals.
Yeah, Hamburger Helper has a cheeseburger macaroni, and it's actually really good.
I've never tasted it.
I used to do Hamburger Helper when I was young.
My mom used to do that. Well, she had 4 kids to feed, so she would like get 2 boxes of macaroni, hamburger
Hmm.
helper, and then she'd make that would be our dinner, and we loved it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it's a good quick meal.
yeah, over
I
and
haven't
over.
had
and,
it
and
since
it fills you up. And but yeah, he loves. I think Noodles and Company. It's like called Big Mac, the Buffalo. It's like Buffalo mac and cheese, and he
Is there
just
any
goes nuts over it.
leftovers, Laura? When she was eating it, Simon.
Simon, come on up.
Mac and
Mac and
cheese
cheese
is extremely comforting to the type
me.
of food group. Never instant box stuff. Yeah.
No, it's got to be homemade stuff. He loves it.
Hello, Whitney World.
Hey, Whitney World.
I don't believe I've ever seen her in here before.
yeah,
It's Carla, but that's okay.
my husband would be mad at me if I made Hamburger Helper now for food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a food slob. He's like, don't you dare make Hamburger Helper.
Oh, the way she made it yesterday. Oh my God, I was
Mine
so
wouldn't share.
jealous when they were eating it. I'm like, oh God, I want some so bad.
Yeah, that looks good. And I've never had macaroni and cheese that was baked in the oven like that.
Oh,
Oh,
really? It's
yeah.
Yeah,
good.
we just do it on
It's
the stovetop.
yeah. My I've made it like that before, but
Oh, it's
not
delicious.
with two
It's so
people.
creamy,
It's kind of
too.
yeah. My husband doesn't like leftovers, so it's like
And you do it with a couple
yeah,
cheeses.
yeah. Like Laura was saying, she does it sometimes with pepper jack cheese, and
Mm,
you know she
That would
mixes
be
the
good.
cheeses
that
up.
would be
Oh,
good with the
would.
pepper jack cheese because
Hey,
it'll give it a
Carlos,
little.
how are
Give
you
it
doing, babe?
twang. Hi, Carlos. It would give it a twang.
Yeah, it would give them a little bit of you know,
Spice?
yeah, spice. I like pepper jack cheese, to be honest with you.
That would be really good.
It would be, but
I
so
like
here we
that
are
name, the
talking about
Queen
food.
Whitney. Um,
Just wanted to say, Laura, thank you for apologizing to me yesterday, but there was no need to apologize to me. Really, I the only thing I want you guys to know is that there was other people involved in that, and that was my big thing.
Yeah,
Is this was not done
not just one
alone?
person.
Was it right? It wasn't right.
No,
But you know,
it
I
takes
moved on
it
from it.
takes two to have things happen, you know, and we have to recognize that there's the other person that's involved in this. And I didn't know if anybody saw it, but that because a lot of stuff is going on, but Tracy did come in and she did make a big comment in there yet that night, and she did say, yes, that one person did, but she atoned for it, while the other person keeps denying that she had anything to do with it. And that's where we have a problem with that, because it
Yeah.
takes that person, and she came, who how does that person know, you know, to put the names, the addresses, and told that person, here's what you do, here's what their names are. And that's what we want to recognize, and want everybody to know that um, they went and told her to look up Carla, and they gave Carla's name, and they gave Carla's, you know, hospital where she was staying at, and told them, here's the name, and say this and say that. And that's wrong. That's going real life.
Yeah,
So
that's really, really creepy.
it is
It's
creepy.
very creepy. Like, what did she think? I was lying? You know, why would you phone a hospital to make sure someone's in there? Like, hi, babe, beauty. How
Hi,
you
babe.
doing?
Hi,
Like,
babe.
it's creepy.
And
It's weird.
and the thing is, and like I said, it's continuing, and we know where they're at, and especially you know, the other one, she hides and announces her departure, and now she's where she belongs in Scumville, which we don't care. And I'm sorry, you know, some people are part of it, and
Yeah.
we feel that that's where all the rejects go, and that's fine. Let them stay there.
Well, you know what's funny to me is the same people that are in that stream are bitching and complaining about real lifers. So
Yeah.
you know, I like shut up. Stop. You know, you're hanging out with real lifers. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But it's okay for some, but not okay for
And
others.
it was just a shock, especially, you know, to Carla, to know that they went as
Oh
far as
my
doing that.
God, I didn't. I had no idea. You could have knocked me over with a feather when I found out she had phoned the
And then
hospital.
it was bad enough that when Carla was going through all that, that's when they split up. Not only split up from her, went on. She actually went on her own and did her own Discord, and we all know why. She used Carla to get subs, to get on her own panel. We all know that what she did. She's a user. And this is what she does. She's like a vampire. She sucks you dry until she gets what she wants, and then she goes her way, and then she acts like she didn't do anything. You know,
Right,
the old.
Laura says, in my opinion, everyone who was in that Discord, sitting in there, going along with it, is guilty. You're right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you have, and we know that. But all Tracy wanted was for her to say, okay, I fudged up, I did it, you know, and she
I
won't
just
do it.
found out who was the one who gave Pop Not Soda the information, where to call.
Behave.
Yeah. Which is nobody's business. Like, and I'm kind of a little pissed off at the hospital for giving out information because I had specifically
Well, they're not
told them.
supposed to do that, and you can.
Yeah, I had specifically told them, I had written down because they ask you that. Who can I give information to? And my answer was my husband. That's it. So I don't know how she got any of my information. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
So
I think at the hospital, if someone calls the front desk, they can just ask to be connected to that person's room,
Yeah.
and the hospital will do it and not ask who's calling and or anything.
Unless you give
So
them instructions. And what she did is just said, you know, is she there, and what room is she in? And they just said the department that she was at. And
yeah, they told her I was in a different part. I was in isolation because I couldn't be with other
But this was, like I
hospital
said, this was all going
patients.
on when Carla first went in there, while they were getting a new Discord, while they were separating themselves, while they were telling people that Carla was manic, while they were themselves separating themselves and telling other people, and then we're staying away from her. They were doing all this behind Carla's back, okay? Didn't have the balls, and then sending her a letter telling her how she needs help. She needs help. She needs help. This is what is the worst thing to do to somebody when they're going through health issues.
Well, Carlos, don't let anybody know because it seems to be the okay thing to do
Right.
on YouTube. It was
help.
nobody's business if you were in that hospital or not, or why. It's shameful what was done to you, Carla. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be,
Are you
but they
kidding?
won't.
They have no shame. They have no couth. They have no class. These are low ass scum people who belong in the gutter where they're at. Okay? And
That was last May, Carrie.
and she's just finding this out because that was part of the all the stuff that they did in this Discord. And this is when they left Carla and she went on her own and made her own Discord. And in the meantime, telling Carla all these things about her, that you're so bad. And they took everybody away from Carla. They left Carla by herself. And then when someone went in their Discord and said, "Where's Carla?" because they noticed that Carla wasn't around. And their answer was, "I don't know. Why don't you go to her community board and find out where she's at?" This is the answer. That's how they found out that, something's going on over there. You think people are stupid? People saw what you were doing. People saw that you were a scum-sucking bloodsucker from the day you left. Or not left, but the day you got kicked out of Whistledown's Discord. And how you turned around and you went into someone's live and turned everything around and made her look like the bad guy. Goes around, comes around, bitch. And it's still coming around. No stone gets unturned when you purposely try to screw somebody over.
Well, I think that was a dirty Discord anyways. So, and the people in it were dirty. All of them.
Mm-hmm. Always two or more sides, and throughout, no hands are completely clean. It says a lot when she apologized when it wasn't even needed, because that's why Carla had it on her platform. Yep. My thoughts, for a long time lurker of those, and even though that don't even know how long folks watch. Yeah, Simon. But they should be ashamed of themselves. I realize that they never or will.
They're not. They're
No.
not. They could care less.
No, they think they're funny. But what's funny is how y'all got found out. And what's funny is how little Skeletor tries to wiggle her way out of shit. And I'm the innocent one. I didn't do nothing.
I kind of feel bad being in this conversation because at one time I did have a history of looking people up because I didn't know that I was new to YouTube and didn't know that it was considered doxing to post the information in a Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I did it once before too, but I've learned my lesson, and I won't ever do, because I've watched what happened with the information that was put in that Discord. It wasn't just me putting information in there; all of us were putting information, and I saw like people that took that information out of the Discord and used it and shared it to people on YouTube. And
yeah, but see,
you learned by your mistake.
Yes, exactly.
I totally learned my lesson. And I mean, I was just so mad at the person that
did that.
That we were going after.
Mm-hmm.
It was Pandora.
And you learn. You live and you learn.
I totally learned my lesson.
You just have to do better. That's all. That's
all.
my advice.
Exactly.
Do better.
Do better. And you did.
But I mean, I'm still watching like Scott, Black, and Evelyn are still going through shit because of the stuff that was posted in that Discord, and I feel so bad for them because it just keeps coming up.
Some, yes. Yeah.
Well, some people
Some
can't
people
let
just don't let it
things
go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've totally learned my lesson though,
Right.
because wow, I mean, Jeff and Evelyn have gone through so much crap because of it. It's horrible.
I mean, some people that do go through that stuff, they never. I mean, people just won't let it go, and you know, it's always going to be. So you just
I forgive because for myself because I'm not going to, you know, I'm not. Hello, KCL.
I
I
kiss
am not
you.
going to hold grudges, but there's certain people that I just don't want anything to do with, and I won't have anything to do with, and that's. I mean, I don't care if other people do, but I don't want anything to do with those people.
No.
Love the KCL comes in. Good morning, good morning, everyone. Besides Richard, Analyzer, Rods, Pops, and Scott Black, I like Scott.
Yeah.
Kansas, there's nothing wrong with Scott.
Why do you have a problem with Scott? He's a good guy. I
I'm
love
going
him.
back a little bit. Carrie Chatterbox, how are you? Good morning. She says, "Oh my God, who's doing this? Sorry if I missed out. It was Jorge
Behave.
then and Asmara, of course.
I feel the same way, Carla. Forgiveness is for me. Yeah, forgiveness. You have to get past it. I mean, and eventually, I mean, you can't hold on to it forever. I know
Right.
people, that's a no no on YouTube. You can hold on to it. But I can make sure that people don't forget. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because she acted so in here's my problem with her. Spoof. She acts so innocent, like her poop doesn't stink. And that's what I have a problem with. Scott is a butthole to me and preaches at me to be a good boy. I am what I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess
Well,
that is different. Like when I got called out for my stuff, I admitted and said everything that I did. There's some things that they keep accusing me of that I didn't do. It's like, no, I didn't do that, but I did do that. And
people love to just keep throwing stuff in your face. That's just what they do. And it's never going to stop because once they find something on you and they don't
yeah,
like you, they're just going to keep doing it. You have to learn to accept that and move past it because
yeah,
you yourself
Bye,
have
Carlos. You have a great day.
you yourself have to say to you yourself, Spoof, you have to say, listen, I atoned for what I did. I said I was sorry, and that's all I can do. Now, if
yeah,
they want to continue to throw daggers at you and say, doxer, 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 you admitted that you did. You were sorry for that. There's nothing more you can say or do. Okay.
Yeah, you can't
So
unring a
yeah.
bell.
you can't, you
It's
can't,
done.
Yeah, and I legitimately feel bad because I've seen how it's affected some people, and it keeps on affecting people. Um, so I
because they're
totally feel bad.
because they're doing it and you're allowing them to do it by saying I did. Don't talk about it no more. You are who you are. Say that's right, I was, and I've moved on to it. So if you want to keep holding on to it, that's
Yeah,
on
I'm
them.
doing
That's on
better.
them.
Yeah,
Okay.
you think you're
Yeah,
doing better.
Screw
That's all you
them.
can do. And I mean, these people that did this to me were supposedly my good friends. They weren't enemies of mine. They were my good
They
friends.
were friends. Exactly.
yeah,
And
that's really creepy.
that's
That's
what
what I
hurts the
said. That's what I
most.
said. I go, these people that are now our enemies were once our friends. That's what people need to understand. It wasn't just a fight that happened because someone else didn't like them. We don't do that. Okay. If someone has a problem with them, of course, if they're my good friend and someone's hurting Carla, I'm going to be right there for Carla because me and Carla have history. I'm saying that I used to be a white knighter for her. No one could say anything bad to Samara because I would be right there. And she knows it. She can lie all she wants because she knows it. I was there for her. Okay. But one day she just doesn't want, she don't like you. and she wants to block, and that's fine. I laughed. But then here come the lies about me. And then, she knows how I feel about that. You want to lie on me, girlfriend? You come up with the screenshots, or be very careful, because once you do that to me, I'm going to be on you like freaking glue. And
Yeah,
I will keep being on you. And now you have an enemy. And the worst thing for me with somebody that hurt me is be an enemy, because I'll keep being on you no matter what.
Now, who's
Somebody,
Voodoo Cat? I don't know who this Voodoo Cat is. I
that's a
just hit him.
troll.
Okay, he's
all
hidden.
right, people get, yeah.
They
You're a
like to just,
liar. You're
they
a
come into random
liar.
chats and say
Yeah.
dumb stuff
We don't care
because they
about
want you to
trolls.
get, they're trying to get you to talk about
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So we don't care. You're a liar. We all lie. We all lie. Yeah, we all lie. Nope.
I didn't lie.
That's why we're up here, because this room doesn't lie. This room tells the truth.
A poopster. Bailey! Hi,
Hi,
Bailey.
Bales.
I
Hi,
hope you're
Bailey.
feeling
Good
girlfriend.
better.
morning.
Hey, Mandolin. Good
Bailey
morning.
knows because
Is that really her?
Hi,
Let me see.
Mandolin? Yeah,
Is that really her?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Hi, Mandolin.
Hi,
Bailey
Mandolin.
knows because Bailey's been there. Bailey, me and Bailey also have history, and she
I
knows
have to check.
that girl.
I'm sorry, but I don't know who's who anymore.
Did you pin your thing if anybody wants to come up?
Yeah, I did. It's pinned.
So I mean, and
Yeah, it's weird that they were doing it to friends. Like the group I was in, it was
that's
it was
what
a
they'll
bunch
say
of
too.
people that
Oh,
were
it's
pissed
because
off
we
at
were your
Pandora.
friend, Carla. That's why we're telling you you need help. Fuck and you, double time.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
weird. Like for
A
us, it was a
friend won't
group of
tell
us.
you that you're manic and get people against you and tell you you need help.
Hey,
Mimi
Jojo, my sister
5150.
from a different mister.
Okay? Friends don't turn their back on you like that. Friends don't stab you in the back. Friends don't have somebody look you up to see if you're in the hospital.
Yeah, that was a shocker. It was a shocker.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was in a group of people that was very angry with Pandora. Like we had people in there from her cancer scamming days and just new people that she had screwed over, like me and some other people. Not that that makes it okay to look people up, but at least we weren't doing it to people we liked and were friends with.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mandolin, exactly. And then call other people
Real lifers. Thank you. And and Mandolin knows Samara all too well because she used to be part of her group. And it's now that they're split, she goes out and calls. Samara does want attention. She calls Mandolin names now. So how funny is that? What did she do to Mandolin? Nothing. Well, I mean, what did Mandolin do to her? Nothing. But because now she's on the other side with the other person that split that group. Oh, now that's a different story. Now she burns her bridges everywhere she goes. So let me tell you, it's big in the DC community with this little crapper. Okay?
I mean, I won't lie. I mean, I enjoy the drama community, but I don't enjoy someone calling my hospital to see if I'm in there because they think I'm lying.
Exactly.
To me, that's real life. So, and like they complain about other people like the Amber Channel being a real lifer, and yet they're hanging out with Behaven and Samara, who are real lifers. You call a hospital, you're a real lifer. That's all I've got to say about it.
I let Samara into the group. I welcomed her and let her in the Discord and all that. She pushed for the divide. Yeah. And then she lies and said, I didn't push the divide, you did. No. Let me tell you, even in Carla's Discord, she was Miss Mouth. Even in Jenna's Discord, because Jenna's Discord is dead, I could say that. She was the same way. get rid of Eagle Girl. There's something wrong with her. She's going
Hi,
back to
sweetie.
Carla. She's going back to Carla. So what did she do? She got rid of Eagle Girl. Eagle Girl was blonde. She didn't know what the frick was going on. I felt so bad for her. And she came and she goes, "What the hell did I do?" I said, "I don't know. This girl's becoming crazy."
Talk about manic.
Yeah, she was nuts. All of a sudden, she started. It was like she was
But I'm
paranoid
the
about
manic
everything.
one.
And she's like, "I didn't do a damn thing." She said every time I tried to come in the voice chat, she would leave. Yeah,
And I know some of you don't like Tracy, the truth, but did Samara really have to know
everything about
if
her
she had the
sister-in-law.
same if she had the same name as her sister-in-law? What
gives a
what
shit?
was the point of knowing that?
Hi,
Who
sweet pea.
cares? Like that's why I don't understand. Why did they have to know all that stuff?
Why did she make shit up about you? She continues to go on and on when nobody's talking. Well, because she's fucking paranoid. That's why. Look at Manolyn, what she does to me. She still talks about me. I'm not
sorry
going to
they
shut up
did that.
about her because every time she does, I'm going to, like I said, now she wants to talk about my husband's family. He doesn't even know. He finds out, he will fucking strangle her. You don't talk about my husband's family. You don't talk about my family, especially. So I said, do it, do it, do it. I will come on panel, and I'm not kidding you. I will say everything I know about you. You fucking little skank. Do it, skank. How's Richard? And
I don't
mean
understand.
that
I
in
don't
that biblical
understand.
sense.
I don't understand that that relationship. She won't shut the fuck up. She never does. Exactly. And she'll probably do a live now because we're talking about
I don't
it.
fucking care.
You know
Let
what?
her.
I'm not going to let anybody forget what you did, Samara, and behaving.
No, that's Asmar and Whorehaven. Wear those
can't say
S's,
that. It's a
bitches.
tongue
Wear those
twister.
S's. You deserve it. Wear it proudly.
Well, they're so busy trying to be a pony that they don't care what they do.
Mojo, we put up bacon and steaks now. We graduated. I mean,
Mojo.
not bacon, steaks and hamburgers.
I'm going to go cry in the corner. My name isn't Blue. Can someone pass a box of tissue? Oh.
Oh my God.
Well, you have to be, first of all, before you're blue, you have to be nice to Scott. That'll make you blue. Why did she need to know if you were in the... I have no clue. You could have knocked me over. Maybe because they didn't believe me, Amanda?
Because they didn't believe her, Manna. You want to take a link? Did you pin the link, Carla?
Yeah, it's pinned. I think maybe it was because they didn't believe me, so they gave all my information to Pop Not Soda, and I did not know this until a couple days ago that she had actually called the hospital, and she even gave the name of the hospital I was in. How she knew?
Cool.
How she knew which hospital I was in, I don't know. Unless she just picked the closest
Did you
hospital.
tell them at one point when you were going in the hospital what hospital it was in? You had
I don't
to let
remember.
them know.
No, I don't remember because I wasn't. They were out of my Discord at the time I got sick and ended up in the hospital.
That was the first time. So maybe because they just guessed because of where you lived, they just took a stab at it.
I would like to know that too. I think there's a lot of people have
well,
been
of course,
looked into.
yeah. Well,
I mean, it's not just. It's come on.
Pop said it was half
People-
the fucking ponies that were on their radar. So that should tell you.
Right.
Crying purple puddles of putrid piss. Say that 3 times.
Oh no, I can't say that.
Crap.
No, I just think they've gone after Mandolin. They've gone after Stephanie Brown. They've gone after,
Asmara and
and I used
Jorge.
to, I never always got along with Mandolin, but I would never, I liked her. I always liked Mandolin. I mean, shoot me if you want to, but I thought Mandolin was okay. Real life and doxing is so wrong. I've never and will never. You don't go looking into people's lives. How
No.
depraved does this shithole need to go? Well, that's the thing. Why? That's the thing.
Well,
I don't.
and I can see why shit came up with her because she's doing it to so many people. People are finally fucking so pissed that they're like, I'm done with this little bitch. And that's been in the rafters for a long time, waiting for it to come out.
You
Oh
guys,
my God.
I'm going to ask you, should I? Oh, here's Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
How
Hi.
are you?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm
Go
good.
ahead.
So yeah, I just don't understand the hospital thing because it's not like he was asking for money. You weren't even friendly with them. Like
No.
I don't like if I'm not gonna go look up the hospital if one of the ponies say they're in the hospital. I'm not fucking looking that shit up and calling.
Right.
It's none of my business. Like,
Right.
and then they
And
also like call everybody
it was
else
in the
out.
very beginning when she went to the hospital. And remember, they started doing their own Discord thing.
Mhm.
And then somebody came into their Discord and said, "Where's Carla?" Because they noticed that Carla wasn't around. And I remember I was looking and I saw that comment and I started laughing because I was like, "Yeah, what happened to Carla?" And I wasn't even talking to Carla yet. And the comment that she said was nasty. And she's like, "Well, if you want to know, go to her community page and find out yourself." And I was like, wow, oh, there's trouble in paradise. Okay.
Yeah.
So, of
Mm.
course, people now, because you said that, are going to start questioning even more. Okay. And then they're trying to keep their hands clean and go, well, we weren't saying anything. We weren't going to say anything. No, you just opened a can of worms when Lady Whorehaven said that.
Right. I don't know. You cannot sit on your fucking pedestal
Thank you.
and be like, this one's a real lifer. Steph did this, and this one did
Yes.
that, and this one did that, and
Mhm.
Amanda did this. And like, you cannot do that when you literally call a hospital and do a 15-minute live
Yep.
and basically now, I'm not going to address it again. Well, the fuck you aren't, because listen, some of us that have done some shit around here still hear about it 4 years later.
Thank you.
So if you think
Yep.
that's going away, but you fucking got another thing
Oh,
coming.
no, hell no. Oh, hell no.
No.
Yeah, that's why I said you wear that D proudly, bitch. Because and that L proudly because you deserve it. How many times has she walked around thinking that her hands were clean and that she's like you said, she sits on that throne thinking that she's the shit. But yet she called Demeanor's daughter and then proudly told everybody. However, she never had the proof. Did you ever see any of the proof that she talked to Demeanor's daughter? Did you ever see any of the proof of half the shit that she said about Jen? Jen's the one who came and showed all the proof about them, all the shit in the Discord. And it's not
Yeah.
till now that everybody's like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because Samara's like went around like she's some little fucking glass princess for
Yes.
years, and her hands are clean, and she's never
Yes.
did anything. And then come to find out, she's done.
She's the one
just-
who's, yep.
yeah, like the worst of it. And we've all had to, hear her fucking scolding everybody else for years and years and years. And now
Yeah.
that it's her turn, it's it was in a Discord, or she didn't
It was, yeah,
believe
it was
it.
behind the Discord. It should have never been said. No, bitch, it should have never been done in the first place. Because it was all you guys, because supposedly all you guys were together. So why was what was it even about the ponies in the first place? Why was she looking up shit about the ponies? Why was she looking up shit about Brian's mother? Okay.
Right. And I don't want to hear like, well, she didn't look it up. Like, we have multiple
Yes.
screenshots. She asked for this
She
shit.
asked
Like,
for the shit. That's what she tried to get away with saying with Tracy. I didn't do it. Pop did. Who gave her the fucking information?
Right,
Who
because
gave her the names?
she was looking for a broadcastify because there was like a cop call thing that happened. But the rest of the fucking shit, I don't understand. I
Hmm.
don't know like why they needed to know about her sister-in-law and all of that. That's
The
fucking
son.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
don't get all
And whether
that.
you like Tracy or not, that was wrong. That was wrong.
Totally wrong.
It was wrong. If I was Tracy, I wouldn't let her like live it down either because it wasn't just, she wants to say, I was looking for the broadcastify for Amanda. I admitted I was looking for the broadcastify because my name got brought up, but I never
Hmm.
got it. I didn't even know her sister-in-law's name and all of that shit. Like
Right.
I never got any of that. Thank God. I never got a
Hmm.
piece of it. And I'm fucking glad. But I
Hmm.
just hate how everybody's like giving her this big old pass. Fucking you called a hospital. Like it doesn't matter where that happened. You called a hospital. Like
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
They gave my information and the hospital I was staying at and called to make. I don't know why. Maybe because they didn't believe I was in the hospital. I have no clue
That's
why.
why.
Why would
That's
you?
exactly why. That's what she said to you. They didn't believe it. So they wanted proof that you were in the hospital.
yeah, they said they
But
didn't believe you, Carla. That's why.
right. But yet
It's so
she's telling
stupid.
everybody, "Oh, well, if you want to know how she's doing, go check your community post." That's a friend. And then when you said you didn't even call to see how I was doing, well, oh, but um, Samara says, "Well, I did. I talked to you, and you said one time." And she said, "Well, I told everybody else." That's no. Listen, when she goes in just for testing, I'm over there telling her, "Call me," and then I'm texting her. What did the doctor say? What's going on? You know,
Well, yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
constantly asking her what the hell is going on, and if she don't call me, I said, "I'm sorry, I'm going to bug you till you tell me what's going on." And she even tells me, "Thank you so much for calling me. You're such a good friend." That's what friends do. You worry about your friend.
Yeah, I call Stephanie if she has the cold. I'll text her
Hi,
like, "Are you
Dari.
okay? What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Dari. How you doing? I just think it's bullshit because, like I said, the shit that I did 4 years ago still
Michelle.
follows me around. You don't just get to say, "Oh, well, I just cared about a friend," and get to walk the fuck away from it. Like you're gonna be hearing
Exactly.
about that. I don't care if you don't like
They're going
it.
to wear that
Well,
forever.
I'm not going to
Yep.
let them forget. So sorry. They don't let
Not
anybody else
sorry.
forget. How many live streams did they do bashing me? Bashing me.
Yeah, Bailey, what business is it of anybody's if Carla's in the hospital or not? What business is it of theirs? Okay,
Especially
that
like you
they
weren't asking for money. This is okay. If you were asking
no.
for money, I could kind of be like, well, okay. Or if you weren't even bringing it here, you literally just made a community post to let people know you wouldn't be around. That's all. It was like they're not your friends, so it wasn't out of concern. I don't
No,
understand. I don't get it.
no.
Right.
And they to know that they actually did phone the hospital, like that's like so invasive.
Yeah, I
You
would
know
feel
what I mean?
very like I would feel like somebody was being super invasive and getting in my personal life when there's no need for that. Like I just there's no rational excuse. I don't care if they didn't believe you. They could have just waited till you got out and talked to you or called you and
Yeah.
they did not need to call the hospital. And that's not the first like real life thing that was going on. And they just want to be like, oh well, she was my friend, I cared, and everybody's like, okay, well, that's okay. No, the fuck, it's not
No,
okay.
it's
It's
not
not.
okay. And
No.
this is the first time she went. This is the thing though. Man, this was the first time she went because something happened that she had to be in there, and it was not like it was planned. Something happened to her, so it was like kind of emergency that she had to be in there. So how would you say that that's like, oh, I don't believe her, you know?
Yeah, that's just I
Well,
don't
and
know.
here's the
Mm-mm.
thing: they call out other people for being real lifers, for being doxers, and there they are. They're doing the same
No, I'm going to go
freaking
back to
shit.
what she said about like I said, I personally I don't believe what she that Miss D's daughter got in contact with her, because if you knew Miss D's daughter, she would never do that. But if she did, and said she talked to her and she said this, and then she calls her old job to talk to people, who the fuck does that? And
Wait,
for
excuse wait,
what
wait, wait.
reason?
Wait. She called her old job to talk
She
to
called
people?
her old job to talk to her employees. Yes. Who fucking
Oh
does
my
that?
god.
who does, and she proudly talked about that and said that. So I want to see the proof that you did that. And she never showed an ounce of the proof. This is what Whistledown was saying. Where's the proof, Jorge? And that's why when she's showing the proof, why do you think every fucking time Jorge Whistledown would put the proof up, where did Jorge go? She was gone for 2 weeks. Then she would come back, not saying anything. And then she was gone again. Every time she shows proof, every time she went up there. Because, and Jen said, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep showing proof. I'm going to keep talking about it. Because she has that Discord. I saw it myself. I was with her one Saturday and went over it. And there's things in there that she doesn't even remember. And she was floored. And she just got so super pissed all over again. She said, this is what I went through. She used that girl. Used her.
Well, Samara had the nerve to say people were scared to come into my chat under their own names because they were afraid to be doxxed, and
she
went real live
on.
Yeah, she told me, she said that on her live. So I hadn't been on. I took like a break when all this big fighting started with me and the ponies. Somebody told me like, you might want to check Samara's live out, and I forgot about it. So I was bored one night and I was listening, and this motherfucker was sitting over there telling Richard that people are scared to come into my chat because they would get doxxed. And I was thinking, I put like, are you fucking kidding me right now? You've literally just been busted out for every single thing in real life, and you're going to tell people that people are scared to come into my chat because I'm going to dox them? What the fuck are you talking about?
God.
Wow.
Fucking nerve.
I never knew that.
I didn't
That's
either.
Different. That pot calls kettle black.
Right. Most of the
Really?
ponies did come over and say like, that's not, we don't feel that way at all. I wouldn't dox them at all. And it didn't even make any sense. She just had gotten busted out. It's like every time she gets busted out, she needs to go live and drag somebody else to like deflect from it. That's what it feels like.
Simon says at Nanya and Carla, I'm putting out an old evil ID name here. Misery. Let's not forget the origin of that character and who's with him from back then.
See, I don't know anything about that one.
Misery.
I think I was in Laura's at the very end when she was like,
I
he's
don't know
a person.
I always thought me and Stephanie B have been the most consistent and genuine over the years. Well, Joe.
Yeah, I try to be. I mean, I'm a hypocrite sometimes. We all are, but I do try to be consistent. And I just think it's bullshit that Samara gets these excuses. Nobody
Yes.
else
She gets
gets
a
those
pass.
fucking excuses.
That's what pissed
Why?
me off.
Me too.
Why does she keep getting a pass when she's done the shittiest stuff on
Well,
her?
if you notice, not anymore, because she to me, that I listened to that thing that you were talking about, the divide. And that is her to the T, because that's what she started doing when we split up with Carla the first time, and we went into Jenna's, and she all of a sudden, it was like a couple weeks in, and she's bitching about if you remember Eagle Girl, and she's bitching about her, and she's like, I know she's talking to Carla, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I know she is. This just, you can tell by the way she comes in. She doesn't even talk. She puts it on mute right away. She's in and out of here. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where's this coming from? And she made Jenna kick her. And Eagle was like floored. She was so upset. And she's like, where's it? And she said, you're talking to Carla. She goes, what? I'm not talking to anybody. She was really upset. And I go, man, she's paranoid. Something's going on with her. I don't know.
She okay, my opinion. Well, I was having people come to me like left and right saying that Samara kept saying, I know there's going to be a divide, like she just kept bringing it up. And so she was in my Discord, and she says I pulled her into the voice chat. No, we asked her to come to the voice chat because we confronted her like, so are you pushing for a divide or what's going on? Because that's what we're hearing. So she acted like totally like our friends, and then the next day leaves, and I see her fucking trashing me and Stephanie, like, and
that's what she does.
She don't even know everything. That motherfucker was not in our like actual, core group. Like she wasn't in the, where we always talked and shit. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She thinks she does, and it's really fucking Like, I would be better if like the ponies might be dragging me, okay? But she's not a fucking she doesn't know everything. It's none of her
No,
fucking
wait a minute. Could that
business.
be because you guys didn't? I heard that you guys didn't want Haven in there,
I
and
never
she got.
really, I didn't, that never really came up as far as I know, but I did leave my own Discord because I was just so overwhelmed. But I never let Behaving in or talked about it. I don't know if that was talked about when I wasn't there. It could have been. Um, but we just had like a little room where like all the people that have been together for years talked. It wasn't anything
Hmm.
shady, but it was just like we were just really good friends. So she just acts like she knows everything from being in a fucking public room in my Discord. And like she doesn't know everything from 4 fucking years. She needs to shut the fuck up about it.
Fuck up, yeah.
I don't talk about her friendships. Talk about the shit she did, but
You
Right,
can go on
Bailey?
timeout.
mom of
You can
8.
you can
Okay.
respect my guest, or you can show your way to the door.
Well, the divide was before Samara. Well, then how was Samara in there for 3 4 months? I'm confused. Okay, that's the shit I'm talking about. They just won't come in
They
their own
just,
names.
yeah,
It's
they
it's
don't.
very
Yeah.
annoying.
So if you
It's
don't want to come in
stupid.
under your own name, bye. Yeah.
I'm not blaming Samara for the divide, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. But she was pushing for the divide. She wasn't helping, at all. The
Right.
divide is actually obviously not Samara's fault, right? Like that's not what I'm saying. But she was pushing for it, according to several of your all's friends that were coming to me.
Hmm.
Right. I just
She,
don't understand her. I really don't. I've tried, but I don't understand her.
I don't care. I stopped caring about that bitch a
Yeah,
long time ago. I don't
yeah.
give a shit.
Well, she's,
Um,
I'm not going to give her all the attention she wants. This is like the one time I'm going to address her, and that's it. Because I tried to tell her, like, I don't have anything to say about you if you don't say anything about me. And she's like, well, I'll call out your behavior every day. You'll call out somebody else's behavior. Well, you are nobody. Like, what are you talking about?
She's the little kid that throws a stone and hides her hand.
Yeah.
In other words, she didn't help the situation. She took advantage of it. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes, she did. And
Mhm.
she even said as much. She said on her live, I
Right
was
on,
right
Michelle.
about the divide. I see I was right about it. So yeah, okay. You were right. Good job. Thank you for being honest.
and she said, I don't know how many times, I'm just so happy where I am. Okay, well, stay there.
Right.
You can have her because
And
you
you
know
know,
what? She's a real lifer.
she is.
You can believe it or not.
And how many? Can we clarify something? The small time frame that I was in your Discord when Hello Starlight was in there. Did I beg for her attention?
Not that I remember.
Did I always was like, oh, I want to talk to Hello Starlight?
Not that I never remember
No.
that.
Okay,
No.
that's what
It's
she
in my
said.
about section,
That's what
Louise.
she said when her and I were going at it a little bit. That I begged and on her live that I begged for her attention. I'm like,
Um,
what? What? She never even talked to me. I think it was the one time when we were all in, talking, and she asked me about my dog.
yeah, I think your dog, something was going on with your dog, or you just got your dog. I don't remember
And she's like,
that.
how's your dog? And I was like, wow, you remember? And she goes, yeah, remember when you got the dog? Everybody was in voice chat just talking. And she came out and says, how's my dog? That was the
Right.
only time she talked to me. So if that's begging for your attention, hello, Starlight, you are stuck on yourself.
Yeah, I don't think anybody begs for anybody's attention in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Discord because it
Yeah.
used to be like voice chats all the time. There would be no reason for that because we were just always there. But um, I don't know. I just, Samara, if she would just get off her pedestal and leave people the fuck alone, maybe people would leave her alone. But
Right.
she does it, and even when she's not live, she'll go on panels or on Richards or in these chats and just run her fucking mouth, and then she sits there like, "Why are they bringing me up? I haven't talked about them,
She
motherfucker."
plays
She wants this attention to herself. Otherwise, she would find new content. But this is the content that she wants. She wants the attention drawn to herself, so she can get people to be like poor little Samara, like they have. She has her little girlfriends that stroke her ego right now. but soon they'll find out, because the one little thing that they'll do wrong is to go into somebody else's chat or, live, and then she'll get the little, why did you do that, like I did. And we had it out, and I told her, no one tells me what to do. And the next day
Hey,
I was black from her. So
didn't she do that to Pop too? Isn't that like literally the reason her and Pop quit talking?
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
she got blocked, and I guess something, it was also, she said something about, because she was going to take the docs about
Email
Brian's
me,
mom,
Louise.
and she told her not to do that. And then she got blocked, so she couldn't tell her. So she went to Richard and she said, tell Samara not to do this, because it's not right with Brian. He's going to be super pissed. And he's like, what are you talking about? Well, she got super pissed that she went to Richard about it, and that made her even more mad.
Got it.
So
Yeah. I don't know. She's a mess. I know that I used to think Samara was like this sweet little, everybody kind of fucked
yeah,
with
we all
her. I
thought that,
really
right?
did. Yeah. I thought that she was so nice. I would have never brought her on my Discord if I thought otherwise. Um,
We all thought that.
We all thought
yeah.
that. We were all,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
I said, Manna, we were all friends with her. Everybody that now is against her was once a friend. Was once, I used to wait night for her. How many times? And then we had the falling out. And then slowly you started to see all the little dominoes fall. And I
Right.
told Carla that. I said, you watch. Everybody that is white knighting her, they're all going to fall. And she's going to have this huge hate trail going.
You
Sit
please,
back and
please,
watch.
please respect my guests on the panel. Otherwise, show yourself out.
Yeah,
Hey,
if you don't
Thistle
like
Pop,
who's on
I
the,
already told I told the truth that that's not what happened. I got the link to that thing, right? The blog. And I did share it with my friends. I didn't read it first. I thought it was like Facebook statuses. And then I never shared it publicly after I realized what all was in it. I think I got COVID right after. But you're not saying anything new. You say that in every chat. I've told the truth that somebody passed me a fucking blog. I thought it was just a regular blog. Turns out there's like a lot of shit in it that I would never
Well, you're
use.
not the only one. I got mad at Brian and did the same thing. It was the same blog, I think. It might have been. I don't know who gave it to me, but I was mad and he wouldn't stop making videos about me, so I played it. Or
Yeah, I
not played
didn't.
it, but I posted it on my community page
Yeah,
because
I
I
didn't
was
play
mad at
it.
him. I
Right, I
didn't play
didn't.
it. I
I
looked at
didn't.
it a little bit and
Mm,
then thought, better of it,
yeah, yeah. I'm just like Pop. I did not go and look that kid's whole life up. Didn't look up her sister-in-law. Didn't look up. I didn't call the hospital to see if Carla was in the hospital. None of that. It's
mm-hmm.
so stupid. Like it's just old news. So
Yeah.
You can't get over it.
yeah, I'm not, asking for more information on people and shit. Like you can get the fuck out of here with. I'm just like Pop.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I said, she did her thing. At least she admitted. At least she's admitting it.
Right, she is. She's admitted it. She said sorry. She gave over what she had on each person.
Yeah,
I don't know what else you can ask. At least she's not sitting there saying I didn't do it.
right.
Right.
Throwing her
That's
hands up and blaming um,
mhm.
other people.
Or the what about ism stuff.
Yes.
I
Oh yeah,
hate
I like
that.
that. I like
Hmm.
that. What about this one? What about when Steph did this? It's like, what?
What
We're
about when
talking.
Amanda did this? What about when
Yes,
Steph did that? It's like,
right.
okay, well, we're not talking about that. We've all had to take our
It's called
lessons.
deflection. Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
deflection. Stop deflecting and go back to Richard's little corner, so he'll save you. It-
It's ridiculous, and I, like I'm not scared of Richard. I think she thinks I am because she brings him on the panel, and tries to drag me. I don't give a fuck about Richard. Like I never have. I don't care about him. I'm not scared of him. He is not like what's gonna get me to shut up. I don't care.
yeah, that's what she does, man. And you know that she just brings other people into it
We
to
all know that. That was
put in front.
God's sake. We all know that. She admitted it.
Okay, Carla,
Oh,
no,
God.
seriously, you're going to see, look, 15 more years ago, but this bitch gets to call the hospital this year or something, and they get
Right.
to come in talking about shit I did 4 years ago. That's what I'm saying. It never goes away. So
It
if Samara
doesn't.
thinks it's going to go
Mm-hmm.
away, it's fucking not. It's not
No.
going away. That's my whole point.
No.
Thank you. Tell them now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell her what she doesn't know. How about that? Holy
This is so
shit.
stupid. I
Oh my
cannot.
God.
Yeah. So if they think it's going to just disappear tomorrow, it's not.
Thank you for proving my point. I literally said the other day, every live I go on, you guys have to come in and troll. Can't come in under your own names. And I have not been on Carla's in like a year or two. Here you guys are under a bunch of fucking fake ass accounts trolling. Thank you for proving my
Yeah.
point. I
Yes, we
appreciate
know
it.
that she did that. That was literally 4 years ago.
It
I
was
remember
4 years
that.
ago. Yes,
And
it
she came,
was.
and I remember you said
That
I
was
did
when
do
she
that.
was on Laura's, for God's sakes.
And
She hasn't been on Laura's for like at least 4 years.
she admitted to doing that. So I don't know what more do you want? Go light some fires somewhere else and come up
Yeah.
with current events. It's called
Right.
current events. Current. Okay? We don't care about past, way past. This shit is current events. Thank you very much. No,
And
thank
I also don't pretend to be perfect. Like I'm the first one to tell you, I've fucked up on here more times than I can count. I don't come on here like acting like I'm some shy, meek little girl. You know, I don't do
Right.
that.
None of
We've
us are.
all made mistakes on here. We just have to
No, it
do
doesn't mean
better.
that, Evelyn, it doesn't mean that Pop gets to exploit people. You know, like I said to her, you at least atone for what you did, and hopefully you will take this as a learning lesson and not do it again. LOL. Okay? But
Right.
at least she said that she did it, showed her mistakes, and said, here, you guys, because I think you need to know this. That's what we're saying. It's not giving her an excuse or a pass. We're
No,
just
but
saying,
all she can
I'm
do is
not
say
giving her a
that,
pass.
you know.
Right.
I
At
mean,
least she admitted it. She told me. Had it not been for her, I never would have known they called the hospital. I never would have
absolutely.
known.
Absolutely.
I never would have known they doxed me in that Discord. You know,
I
that
mean,
Behavior was
thank
giving all
God
my
she did say
information.
it. Thank God she came out with it and said and showed, because none of us would have known that this stuff was that the stuff was done.
yeah, I mean, she went to each person. Like that's what I did when I left Laura's, and I'm good with the person that I actually called about the funeral home. Like we talk every once in a while. I'm good. Oh, hold
What
on.
happened? Oh,
That's
she
on.
took her ear things out. I was going to say earmuffs.
Oh, it echoes back when she does that.
She has to have her ear plugs in, so this StreamYard doesn't cause an echo. And she forgets and she takes them out. You don't have to be quiet, Evelyn. It's okay. I know she did, but that's what usually people do. You know, when stuff happens to friendships, stuff comes out that they did. Right? That's how it goes.
And that's the thing. I'm not trying to paint the ponies like
Don't you hate
bad.
the echo?
Yeah, I hate it. but they are like coming under troll accounts trying to paint me as like awful. I'm not going around saying that they are terrible or doxers.
Actually,
or,
you've been pretty nice about them.
Yeah, I don't think they're bad people. I think that sometimes friendships don't work out. They didn't care for Hooker, obviously. That's not that, and it's just it doesn't matter. It's all stupid. There was a lot of problems. I don't think they're terrible people. I don't go and troll them. But I think it's very funny that I literally every chat I go into, like even Hookers, they tried it. She kicked them out, but they come in under troll accounts and say all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's what they do. No.
Well, I know there's some of them in here today because I mean I don't get these people. I don't get trolled a lot in here, but
Hi, Alex.
depending on the subject.
No, not you. It's not you, Alex, but it's a different account. I didn't say it was you for sure. I never even
Yeah.
said your name, Alex or Hartley. But I do get trolled everywhere I fucking go. Literally, every single place I go, I get trolled. It just happened in here.
Hi, Hartley.
I don't think that it's. I think, Alex, you say exactly what you want under your own name.
I didn't block you, Alex. I did not
Wait.
block you.
But I literally, I mean, it just happened just now. Did it not?
What?
Did it not just happen?
I don't block. I time people out, but I don't usually block them. I try not to, because I'm nosy as hell. I like to see what people are
Yeah, I
saying.
don't really like to block either, unless it's like a troll account. That's my only rule. I don't like to block people. Um, I try to give people a voice, even if it's not one that I want to hear. But I try to let people say whatever. But I did make a rule, like if you're not going to come under your own name, because it was seriously every live. Like people were coming trolling the fuck out of me about things.
Hartley said, "Do you think it might be others shit stirring, Manda?" It's
I would
happened
think
before.
that, Hartley. Yeah, I would think that, except for some of the things that I've been trolled about weren't things that people would know. Like it wasn't anything bad, like doxing, but it was things that I shared with certain people. And when you only share things with certain people, and then you're getting trolled about it, you're left with no conclusion except for it was that. Like it's literally every single panel I go on, or a chat I go into. With Stephanie and I go live. Some of them probably is shit starters. I will say that, but some of them they're not because it's things that weren't public knowledge.
Bay says it's only certain lives. Sure. Ow. Hi.
It's only certain lives.
Okay,
No,
I
I
gotta
don't
walk
get-
my puppies, so
Okay,
I'll
honey.
be in the chat.
Thanks
Thank you guys
thanks
for having
coming
me.
up, Amanda.
You're welcome.
Thanks
No
for
problem.
having me.
You're
Bye.
welcome.
No
Bye,
problem.
hon. Bye.
You have a good day. So, if you can narrow down who is trolling you, please use their name instead of ponies.
Well, that's hard to do if they're
She,
trolling.
she
huh?
actually doesn't know.
That, yeah. That we aren't trolling you. Well, if you guys,
you know
yeah,
what?
if you guys,
I
say
know
it's not
that
you,
you
then it's not
guys
you.
don't like me, so I stay far away. I don't start any trouble in your chats. But when I, found out that I was someone that you guys support was going real life on me, yeah, that's right. I'm going to out it. I'm going to talk about it. She just said things she only told certain people. No clue.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We don't know about that. You still there, Spoof? Or did you fall asleep on us?
Poor
She
Spoof.
fell
Okay.
asleep.
I
She's like,
was
I don't know about this
I was
stuff.
eating breakfast and I muted because I don't want to get involved in the Pop
Yeah.
Not Soda and Samara drama.
Right.
Like I don't want any of those people mad and because all they're going to do is say, "Well, you did it too."
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's okay.
I don't think Manda wants any problems with you guys. I've never heard her say anything bad
Yeah, I've never
about
heard
you
her say
guys. I
anything-
really
yeah,
haven't.
I haven't either.
I mean, I would say something, but I've never heard her say something. And honestly, I don't think she wants problems with you.
Right.
I don't. I just think she wants to do her own thing. How the ponies are in here saying they aren't trolling Manda when it's just Carla's regulars and the ponies. I have no idea. Singer. I don't consider. I hate saying the ponies. The ponies sounds like a freaking group of,
I don't know what the ponies is. To me, it sounds like some My Little Pony group, like of people that watch that
that's
That's what
cartoon.
she was trying to say, but yeah.
I think the only thing we wanted to address was that, before
hay
you
bales?
call on other people's, you know, all on it, saying that this one's a real lifer and this one's a doxer. Just look in the mirror, because there's people that you guys support that are actually real lifers and have actually gone real life on me and doxed me in their Discord. So if you can support that, that's fine. I mean, there's nothing I can do, but I can sure as hell make it known that they did that to me. I didn't deserve that.
Mm-mm. And I mean, I'm sure deep in their hearts they agree with you. Because if they
I
don't,
don't
that's
think they,
weird.
yeah, I don't think they think I should have been doxxed or my hospital should have been called. I really don't. Well, maybe some of them do because they hate me, but
We all know how YouTube works, the way they popped in and suddenly they told on themselves. But I'll go back in the bushes. Sorry, that wasn't right. Simon says, GS, we aren't all stupid. Hmm. Simon knows. Simon's been here a long time and sees a lot.
he's a lurker. Simon's a lurker.
But he's here. He's one of the OGs. He's been here a very long
A
time,
long time, yeah.
and
Hi,
he's
Bailey.
not. You know, he's a very, very smart man.
Very smart.
We can go real life and hate someone. Okay, right? No,
I just don't understand.
No, Evelyn.
I mean, no matter
Ellen.
how much you hate somebody, I don't understand having to know. And I heard Samara say it. Well, I needed to know if
Okay.
Tracy's sister-in-law had her same name. Why do you need to know something like that? Did you need to know if I was in the hospital? Did you need to give someone else my information? Like, that's what I don't understand. Did you need it?
You're
I don't
never going to
know.
get the answer that you're looking for with them,
No.
Carla. So
No, I
it's
know.
like it's moot. Really is. It's moot because try to. It's like trying to put yourself and figure out or get inside the head of a psycho. Okay, they're psychotic. Why would you want to? One is seeing a psychiatrist, and one needs one. So here you go. Why would you want to?
Hey, I'm seeing a psychiatrist.
I'm not saying that. Okay. That's my point is and she turns it around and says that you're the one that's manic when hello, you're doing the same damn thing. Don't call out other people for what you're doing. Or don't say that she's manic and she's this and that when you're doing the same thing.
Right, Simon. There's no way of providing proof that's 100% accurate.
Right.
I'm not on here enough to know everything that goes on here. I'm trying to catch up to everything. Spoof. Spoof. Wake up.
I am awake.
What do you think about it? You weigh in.
It's baffling and
The only time I can see someone on here calling hospitals to see if someone is in there, if it's like a YouTube friend that lives alone and has no help, and then they just disappear for like a week and they're always around. So maybe you start calling hospitals to make sure they're okay or send a welfare check to their home. Would you
She
think
said, what? Anthony Richard Groiper, my baby, is your friend? No, he's not.
like I can kind of see people calling around to hospitals and stuff to check on someone if they disappear offline for a while and you're
If they're
concerned
your
for
friends,
the
right. Their
yeah, if
well-being.
your friend and they live alone and don't have anyone, then maybe you're worried about their well-being. Am I wrong for thinking that?
It's almost
No,
as if
that's
Manda and the people
no,
in
not at
question
all.
were friends recently and might still watch the same lives. We all watch the same lives. Come on. I mean, it's a community.
Right.
I mean, I
That's
don't,
kind of
maybe I
like
don't
what?
talk in all lives, and I
Right.
don't talk in a lot of the lives, but, you know,
Still watching. We still watch what's
I
going
still
on.
watch a lot of what's
So,
going on.
what's your point, Mike? I'm glad that Billy, I'm glad I'm lost. I want nothing to do with any of it. I have zero tolerance for doxing and going real life.
Well, they don't
Exactly.
talk in my live a
But stay
lot,
silent until the
Mike.
trolls get called out. Why wouldn't the ponies have lost interacting and chat until they get called out? It speaks for itself.
Well, Scott,
Ponies
it's
watching
different
this.
for you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay, honey. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Scott, that's different because you have like a wife and a son there. So if something's wrong with you or you disappear for a week, we're gonna think your family's taking care of you and not go calling around people. I'm talking specifically about like, let's say for me, for example, if I disappeared from here for a week, you all know that my husband's not home right now. I'm living alone. And maybe you guys start calling the hospitals because I'm alone and you want to make sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
Am I weird for thinking that?
Well,
No,
their
not at all.
reasoning was they didn't believe me. That's what I
Yeah, see, that's
thought.
different. And also, you have a husband. So if something
Yeah,
is wrong with you, your husband's there to take care of you. So it really is no one's business online if you disappear.
yeah. Hmm.
Right.
But Spoofer, Jeff and I have a plan about how to check on the other if one of us disappears. That's good.
Correct.
Communication is a good thing. If something is misunderstood, why not correct it? And
Correct.
if Carla's in the hospital, nobody should be calling the hospital to make sure she's there.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Oh, that's so creepy to me.
I can see
That's
calling and speaking with her at the hospital if you're a good friend to make sure she's okay
I
and
mean,
if she
so
needs
what are you going to
anything.
say? Oh, we told Pop to call to make sure she's okay. Yeah, get the frick out of here.
I didn't. And
Your
here's the thing with
actions were not honorable. They were malicious. Okay.
it's called HIPAA violation, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know that they had done that.
I got to mute for a minute. I'll be right back.
But you know, it is what it is. I guess. I guess it's okay for some to do it, but not okay. Can you imagine if I did that to one of them? I'm sure I'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah, that is true. Some people
Um,
get away with things and others don't.
Calling the hospital to check to see if somebody's there versus calling the hospital to speak to somebody to inquire about their day and health are completely two different things. Exactly
Yeah, I
my
totally
point.
agree with that. Like if they wanted to call and make sure you were okay and if there was anything they could send you, then they would have called and asked to be connected to your room to talk to you and be like, "Oh my gosh, Carla, are you okay? Can we send you something?"
Yeah. Nope, that wasn't done.
So that's different. Like they could have just called and asked for your room and made sure you were okay. I
Yeah.
don't think that's going real life if you're friends with the person and you find out they're in the hospital, so you want to call and see if they're okay,
Well,
or
here's the
maybe
thing: is I
send
had
some
my
flowers
cell
to
phone
them.
in there. They could have, they could have got in touch with through Discord. They could have got in touch with me through, my cell phone. They could have texted me. That's how I talked to Ginger Locks. She's in the hospital. I talked to her on her phone. I text her.
Yeah,
I don't ask people. I don't question if she's in there. I know she's in there. You know, and I never would. I never would question it.
were they really, Scott? I don't think I messaged you. I think what I did is I went live and gave you a hard time and said, okay, Scott's not here. I guess I've got to step up and do a live stream. I said it in a joking way.
By the way, I did send you a message saying happy birthday, Ginger Locks, but I never heard back from you. So, and if I want to talk to her, I know she's in the hospital. I talk to her directly. I don't, you know, I'm catching up, but how did they know that what hospital you were in? This isn't a trick question or anything, just wondering. Well, she had my address, so I think what I'm thinking is she picked the hospital that was closest to me. I have a hospital that's very close to me.
It seems like Pop mentioned that they looked up the hospital that was closest to your house.
Yeah, because I'm like 5 minutes away from the hospital, not far at all. So that's the only reason. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's what she said.
Because I sure as hell didn't put it online.
Yeah, I think that's what Pop said was that they.
Yeah. She picked the one that was right by your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way they could have, figured out which hospital it was. Because they had my address. So they had to have looked up which hospital was the closest to my house. So does that answer your question, CCK? Mm-hmm. You're a messy eater. Oh my God. I was a messy eater when I had my staph infection because it was in my right side and I had to eat with my left. Oh my God. That was so. I used to have to if my husband was there, I'd get him to cut my food for me. But if a nurse was there, it was like a baby. I was like, so. You're still a messy eater. Because they used it to blackmail and intimidate. They wanted to ruin your reputation. I think they wanted
to find my
out,
girlfriend.
I think they wanted to find out that I wasn't in there so they could go live and say she's lying.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I think. That's the only reason I think that they
malicious.
Did
it. It wasn't to be friends. It wasn't for out of concern. It was out of maliciousness.
Yeah. That's my opinion. They didn't believe that I was in the hospital.
Come on up, Tawanda, if you can. I know she's probably working.
Yes, she is probably working. They didn't believe I was in the hospital, so they wanted to check and see if I was in the hospital, and then if I wasn't in the hospital, they were going to bash and drag me for filth. It was a good guess.
Well, she's always said, even when she goes to her doctors, that her doctors are 5 minutes away.
Yeah, my doctors are close.
Carla's like an open book. She doesn't hide anything.
I just didn't say the name of the hospital.
Right.
But that's the only reason she would want to. And I mean, I don't appreciate people questioning me about it. You should be questioning them and asking them, why the hell did you need to know if she was in the hospital? That's what pisses me off, is why are you not questioning them?
Good question, Carla.
Why would they think you would lie about? I don't know. There was pictures in my community post when I had to have blood transfusions and the bruises on my arm and stuff from the IV, and I mean it was all there.
I mean, there's some people that have a history of lying about illnesses and being in the hospital.
Hang on, my
So,
doctor's on the phone.
Okay, go ahead.
okay.
You're right. You're
And
right.
those people, but even then, I wouldn't call a hospital to see if they were really in there. I would just be like, if it's someone that lies about it for attention, I would probably just sit there and think, oh, I bet they're lying again for attention. And
But Carla
um,
never ever does that. I
yeah,
mean,
Carla's never done that,
she
so there's no
hates
point to doubt.
hospitals. If you like, there's times like she has problems with her stomach, and I'm like, you need to go. I'm not going back to that hospital. I hate hospitals, you know.
Hmm.
So for someone who wants attention and they have a history of doing that, then I can see Carla's not like that. She's not definitely not like that. She had
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't even have a history of lying about stuff like that. So there's really no
no.
reason at all to call that hospital unless you're just worried about your friend's
Singer,
well-being.
you're absolutely right. It says a lot about people welcoming Samara with
Well,
open arms after what she did to Carla, the evil, nasty backstabbing done to Carla. Correct.
and Mandolin
Correct.
said it. I wasn't asking for money. I wasn't doing a GoFundMe. I wasn't, you know,
This
I
just
wasn't
happened
even.
out of
I
a
just-
whim. She had to be rushed to the hospital. And we're
Yeah.
not going to get into the details, but it was something that she had to go. She had to be rushed to the hospital. That's all we're going to say. When she told me, I'm glad she's here. I'm going to say that because it could have been worse. So
Yeah.
for you to question that, ladies, be lucky it doesn't happen to you because karma's a bitch. Karma don't
It
like
was-
ugly.
It was a bad time. And I'm not over it yet. I still have some more bridges to cross.
She's not over
So-
it. There's a lot of things that's going on, and I worry for her.
Their characters are rotten, just like Samara's. I'm sorry that was done to you, Carla. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Singer.
Well, and they're going to say, well, this didn't happen until last year. Yeah, but I'm just finding out about it now that you did this. And they know who she is. And a liar is not one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I say I was in the hospital if I wasn't? That would be so stupid. That would be so dumb.
Because there are people on YouTube that
I know
do
there are,
lie about that, but they have
you-
history of doing stuff
yeah,
like
but,
that.
and usually it's
And you
because they
don't.
want money,
Right.
or they want. I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to let my people know that I wasn't going to be
Exactly,
lied.
Bailey. They could drop dead
Well,
for
I mean,
all we
you have
care.
people faking cancer, so
Right.
Right.
And I wouldn't say that about people. I don't like to say that. They could drop dead or they could do that. I don't like saying that, you know.
Neither do I.
But I will say that there is a God.
yeah. I mean, I was always taught not to lie about that stuff because once you lie about something like that, it's going to end up happening, and then no one's going to believe you.
Right.
It's like people who call in sick from their job and say because their family members in the hospital or something, and they're not really, and then all of a sudden something really does happen and their family members in the hospital. Like it happens.
Casey,
Like-
I don't know. That's between you and Scott. So if he does that, I don't know if you're joking, but that's something you guys need to talk about. I'm not going to bring attention to this. This is Carla's.
Kansas, you're being a tattletale.
Yeah. What did she? I'll tell you what. When
Who's
I got out of the
questioning? I'm
hospital,
not
that was
questioning.
the happiest day of my life when I got released from that hospital. I did not want to be there.
Carla, CCK said, who's questioning it? I'm not questioning whether she went
I
into the
guess
hospital. I remember when Carla wasn't well, and I was worrisome.
Yeah. I don't mean it. I guess I'm a little
Stabby.
no, not crabby. I'm a little
Stabby.
defensive. I'm
Yeah.
defensive about it because just knowing that's why they called my hospital, it is like it's creepy.
Yeah,
Don't you think it's creepy, Spoof?
Yeah,
I mean,
I do.
It's creepy.
it is
It's creepy that the only reason they called is because they thought you were lying. That's really creepy. And like, I don't understand why they would just assume that you're lying about being in the hospital unless you had a history of it. I mean, because honestly, if someone like Pandora said that they just got out of the hospital, I would think she was lying. I wouldn't
Right.
call the hospital to check.
No.
Maybe in my past I would have, like 2 years ago. But
But
now
she
I would,
doesn't lie, and that's the other thing. She lies. She doesn't lie. I mean,
yeah, Carla
Right,
doesn't lie
Tawana.
about stuff. So it's really weird that anyone would just doubt her. Like, until you're caught lying about a bunch of shit, people should just believe you. It's YouTube.
exactly. They would have texted her. They would have called her, like she said. She has her phone on her. I text her and call her all the damn time. And there's times I'm like, when I call you, I'm sorry, you have things to do, but answer the phone because I get nervous that she's in the hospital. Okay. And she's
Yeah,
like,
and that's different.
I
right.
hate the hospital.
Because I'm sitting here going, oh my gosh, they called her the test. They told her she has to come in. Oh my gosh, something happened. I'm a worry wart. I worry by
And why did
nature.
they make Pop Not Soda call the hospital? Why didn't they just do it themselves?
I
Because
have no
why
idea.
not? So they can throw the stone
Well,
and hide
so
their
their
hand.
hands are
So
clean.
their
I
hands are
didn't
clean
do
when
it.
something like this comes out, and they could say, well, she did it. Just what they're saying now. Just exactly what's happening now.
Yeah. It's pretty shitty. It's shitty. It's all around shitty, as far as I'm concerned. You know. But anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope. And that's
Hey,
why.
Candace.
Hi, Candace. That's why, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, if I'm calling the hospital for a friend or because my friend's in there, I'm calling to see how they're doing and
Yes.
finding out what room number they're in so I can
No, we're
send them some
not.
We're
flowers
not
or
saying she's
something.
off the hook. We're
No,
saying
she's
that
not off the hook. I was
she,
creeped out when I found out she
right.
called the
But
hospital.
what we're saying is she's admitted that she did that. If it wasn't for her telling us, we would have never known, right?
Nope.
Regardless of how it was done. And she admitted doing it. Did she say, no, I didn't? And then there's a back and forth going, no, she admitted doing it. She showed us the proof. So now what? It's up to Samara to atone for what she did, but she's still hiding her hand about it. She's still lying about it.
She's
Come
sitting on her
on.
hands.
Come on. This is getting ridiculous.
I wasn't asking for money. I wasn't asking for anything at all, whatsoever. Nothing. I could see if I was like, I'm going in the hospital. I need some money for medication. No, I would never do that. And I mean, them calling me a liar because I was on 12 different medications and I was tired all the time. I mean, this is what led up to the whole thing with me, maybe that they didn't believe it. I would not remember things. I would lay down and then I would get up and it seemed like Samara chased me all over fucking YouTube because every chat I was in, she screenshot of whatever I said and then called me a liar because I said I was going to go lie down. I'm sorry, but I don't like being in voice chat all day, every day, 24 hours a day. Just not something I enjoy doing. I have a house, a family, a husband to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in voice chat all day.
It's too much. I just can't.
I'm not big on talking on the phone, and
we
being in
appreciate
voice chat is the same as that.
CCK. Appreciate you're at least asking the questions to
not.
Carla, and you're not trying to find out through the pipeline. So I appreciate that you came here to ask her those questions.
Love you too, Ginger. But anyways, I'm gonna shut down. It's an hour and a half. I'm tired. I am tired, but I hope your questions are answered. And no Samara and no behaving. I'm not going to forget about it because you bring up stuff. I mean, how many streams did you do on YouTube bashing the hell out of me? Yes, if Pop hadn't exposed it, I'd never know.
And she's right. She thinks that Papa believed that the people she looked up were really doing them wrong, and she had no dog in the fight.
Yeah, she didn't know me. I don't know why she would even have a reason to doubt that I was in the hospital.
I mean, when she doesn't know who she's looking up, and these are her, this is her so-called friend, and she's thinking that they did them wrong. So, this was her. I guess she said this was a profession that she used to have. So, yeah, of course she's going to take care of it.
Okay, I'm going to shut down.
Whatever.
Guys.
Shaz.
Else? Hey,
How are you?
Shaz. I'm just shutting down. Oh.
You mean love you too,
I
Mojo
also-
Jojo.
I
And
hate
everyone
wearing
came in
these
here. Thanks. for
Earbuds.
stopping.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. Might not be a usual stream.
Yes, I agree, Scott.
I
Thanks
need to
for
get
having me
something-
up.
Oh, no
Spoof,
problem,
anytime.
Spoof. I
You're
love
welcome. You know that. We love
So-
you. You can come up anytime.
Thank you.
Sorry I
Ginger.
didn't contribute
I
much.
love you.
I don't want to get
No,
involved
hey,
with
listen, it's
Samara
okay.
and Top because they're just going to end up dragging me in because I'm getting involved and
No,
it's not really a subject I want to. I don't
really
want to
not.
get
I love
dragged
you.
for talking about it.
Michelle P,
Oh, you don't
thanks for
have to. Hope
coming.
everyone has a good day. I'm
Love
going back to
you.
bed. Still not feeling well.
Love
Okay,
you,
honey.
Mojo.
Feel well.
Lady
Or,
Scrapper, hope you have a good day. Hope you're feeling better too, because I heard you weren't feeling well. So I hope you're feeling better. Ginger Lux,
Okay.
everybody, thanks for coming. Hope you have a great
Tawanda,
Tuesday.
thanks for coming
Tawanda,
in.
love
Love
you,
you
Tawanda.
guys.
You're my girl.
I love you guys for coming in and hearing
Yeah.
me out
and
and
thanks for
understanding.
Ellen, I don't think that was to hurt anyone to you. I don't know about Phil, but or that side. Yeah. I mean, back to regular programming next live. Yes. And we're gonna start having more fun again like we used to. I think we
Yeah.
need to
I
go back
wanna
to
put this latest thing to rest, to bed, because I don't want to talk about it forever.
we need to do
But-
the 80s again. Where am I at? Come on. The
80s
games.
trivia.
Yeah, 80s.
Trivia.
Thank you. 80s trivia. And you can come up here, Spoof, so we can have some fun with the audience and ourselves and do that because I love doing trivia.
Yeah, me too.
Sounds good.
Scott's really good at it, which sucks.
Yeah, because he gets the answers before everybody else does.
Yeah, Phil, what is it? Philly girl? They were both going neck to neck.
Pittsburgh girl.
Pittsburgh girl, yeah, she
Yeah.
was
I
really
think she
good.
won second prize.
Yeah,
To be
she
honest
they
with
were
you.
like neck and neck for a long time, and then I guess because she was working, and then Scott, she had it, but she was like a second after Scott. So her and Scott were like, wow, it was a good game. So we're just gonna play it for
was.
the hell of it, but
Just for fun.
but
Cost me
just-
too much money to mail out all that stuff. I think it cost me like $50 last time mailing all that stuff out.
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
"Geez, YouTube costs me money, so yeah.
KCL. Goodbye, everyone. Besides Rich Analyzer,
Analyzer, Roz, Scott
Who's
Black.
Melly friggin'
He
D.
says that.
I like how he said that. Melly friggin' D.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Melly, she said that she apologized to you for being an asshole to you. And I don't know what that's all about, but I'm just
She
giving
said
you
she
the
apologized
message.
to me. I never heard her
She
say.
apologized to you,
No.
she said, for being an asshole to you.
I think what happened is she told Carla, she's like, please tell Nanya, I'm so sorry for how I acted the last time she came into this chat.
Oh,
Okay,
maybe that
So,
good.
was
She can
it.
tell everybody else. She could tell me too. So that's great. When I see her, she can say it to me because I remember being in one night. I went to Phil's and she was there. She didn't say a flicking word and she just kept love bombing her little friend. So that's fine, but she can say it to me and I will accept it when she says it to me. Until then, I didn't hear nothing. That's how I
Well,
am.
I gave you the
Hmm.
I gave you the message. So
Fine.
I'm
She
gonna
could say
shut
it. She
down.
can say it to me too.
have a good day, everybody.
Okay, bye
Bye.
Bye.
everybody. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I really do.
Okay. Bye. Have a good
Bye
Monday.
guys.